Hello, everybody, and we're back at it again. Me and Susan are going to be discussing the early 2000 movie, British made, British cast. Well, say British cast. I think there's a Canadian thrown in there for good measure. We are talking all things horror again, and this time we're talking Severance, not the
Yeah.
TV series, but the movie. It's a story of 7 work colleagues on a trip abroad. They're going to what do you call it, a conference, and their team leader seems to think it's a good time to have some team bonding while they're away.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody's nearly gets slaughtered in this, I suppose, and you can say. But there's a bit of comedy, a bit of horror, a bit of gore. So we'll go over to Susan and see what her opening thoughts is on Severance.
Oh my gosh, this movie is amazing. Like I've never seen it before, and it's really funny actually. It's got lots of humor. It's it's quite incredible that they have um they've done it, and like it's also this one, like the other one that we reviewed earlier today. The first podcast we did was starring a guy named Andy Nyman,
Yeah,
and this one's got him in it too. And he's this one also has Tim McHenry, and he's been in loads of stuff. Oh my gosh, he's very famous, and um, yeah, and so it's a really interesting movie about a company outreach that they're going to do. They wanted to go stay in a cabin in the woods, a luxury cabin in the woods, and they took a bus to it. And while they were going, the bus broke down. While they were going, the bus broke down and then had 2 flat tires. And while they were going, the bus stopped moving, and then they got it going, and then it had 2 flat tires, and then and while it was having 2 flat tires, it did one of those explosive rollovers.
Oh yeah.
And so the ones who got hurt bad didn't last long, and the ones who survived that rollover, very California rollover too. In California, you just know that everything's gonna try and roll over on you. That's a trope about accidents in California. The trope about accidents up here in New England is that everybody hits buildings. But in California, it's all the rollover. But I guess in the countryside outside London, they do the flippy thing. Anyway, that bus was hammered. Oh my gosh. And then the locals came out, and the locals were just horrible. Oh my gosh. Again with locals in the country being the most dangerous people. It was amazing. It was really amazing. Anyway, yeah, so Andy Nyman and Tim McHenry and then the rest of the crew tried to survive this onslaught, and it was It was a really enjoyable, funny horror story. Like there were guns, they tried everything. There was like a like really sharp for knives, machete type. It was amazing.
Well,
Anyway,
the company that worked for provided all these European countries with weapons, isn't it? They were a weapons company.
oh yeah, that's
You know,
right.
they provided weapons for war. Uh,
Right. So that's what they
and
had. They had.
the country, the, yeah, the country they're in is in Hungary. They're in Hungary.
Okay.
But I like the way this film starts. It starts near the end of the movie.
Yeah.
You have those two women running. You have the movie.
Uh-huh.
It's I like the way as well that you know they get off the bus, arguing the bus driver. Will walk the rest of the way, and they go to the wrong house, don't they? It's not the house they're supposed to go to, but
Right.
because it's dilapidated. It's you know what was it? He bakes him a pie. There was a human tooth in it. Where do you get the pie? I just found it. Who bakes a pie? You just find a pie, you don't bake it. Oh, well, but yeah, some a great cast in this. Let me just get the cast list back up. There we are. You've got, as you say, you've got Andy Narman, who's the enthusiastic one who wants to do all the paintballing, and
Uh-huh.
he always does what his boss tells him to do. You've got Toby Stevens as the one who talking about he's definitely certain he knows that Marie Antoinette, when she got her head chopped off, knew her head was in the basket.
Oh yeah, that realization.
And that's sensation, and of course he got his comeuppance that way, and that made me laugh. Was and his head was over there,
And
and he
he was
smiled when he
looking
saw it.
back at his body. Oh my gosh, that was
The
crazy.
smile on his face, he's thinking, yeah, I was right. What else have we got here? Yes, you say you've got Babu Cisse in here, and Tim McInnery, as you said. Danny Dyer as the cocksure drug. He's high on mushrooms
Magic
nearly all
mushrooms.
through the movie.
Yeah, there
Which
was just yeah, that's amazing.
some great cast. Who else is there? Claudie Blakely as Jill, and Laura Harris as Maggie. Um, but yeah, it's a it's one of these survival horror movies, isn't it? And some great deaths.
Yeah,
I mean, when Andy Diamond steps back into a bear trap,
I know.
with and having to put his foot in the fridge. So
Yep.
it's comedy, it's horror, you know. So what sort of sticks out for you then, Susan, for this?
Oh well, like the fact that the team wasn't the only ones out there. That was great. The fact that the team didn't always like what the boss was saying, like what McHenry was saying, what and the the fact that it was, yeah, the fact that the house was just horrible. It was just horrible, and like it was and it was like they didn't have like running water or anything. It was like, yeah, it was just really horrible. And yeah, I don't know, like it was really dysfunctional grouping of people. Like,
It was a very dysfunctional grouping.
yeah, there was lots of harassment and stuff of each other, and that was kind of normal for them. And
I mean, I did like at the beginning where there was watching a promotional video for their company,
yeah,
and one of them pointed out, "You've made a video for the Hitler Youth." Yeah, all the people blonde in it. There's no coloured people in it. Oh no, there is. There's some coloured people in it. But the one coloured person in it is shooting a gun. They said, "Well, that's you really know to get people riled, don't you?" But great. It's pretty humour.
yeah,
Done good in a horror survival movie. Great deaths, decapitation, burning, shooting, what was it? Being blown up. I mean, what else can you do when you put your foot on a landmine?
yeah. I mean, people
I won't take.
getting suspended upside down. They kept getting caught in these traps.
Yeah, and but as I say, it's just a great movie. As I said, not many people know about this one. I like to pick movies like this because I know for a fact Susan's mostly never seen them.
No,
And it's a nice surprise for her when she kind of watches them because everybody's seen the mainstream stuff. But when you get to all these movies, what have slipped under the radar, and and they don't deserve to have slipped under the radar.
yeah.
I like to give them a good broadcast. So, anything else you'd like to say about Severance, Susan?
Um, yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I just
I've
think
never.
that if you had a bus wreck in Hungary, wouldn't you go try and find another bus company to take you out of there? Wouldn't you want to go back to a city and stay in a nice hotel? I mean,
Yeah, but the bus wreck wasn't at the beginning of the movie, was it? They were trying to escape
they
in
were.
the bus. I mean, I've never taken mushrooms, so I don't know if the way that affects people is the way it affected Danny Dyer in this. But he he was sort of out of body experience moving along, and then he was seeing himself further down the road, and and he had to be tied, his arm tied to somebody else so he could follow them around. Um, I don't know if that's how it affects people. That you're just out of it. I thought it was supposed to be a good experience.
Yeah.
So, all in all, I enjoyed sitting down watching this again. The the punchline for this one, advertising this, is The Office meets Deliverance.
Yep.
So, yeah. So
Accurate.
great. So what would you say about this then for final say and score?
Well, it was pretty horrible. The bear trap and him losing his leg was gruesome, and so I will give this. I'll give this 8.5 legs in the fridge out of 10.
I'm gonna go 8.5. I'm gonna go 8.5 paintballs out of 10.
Yep. Yep.
Let's go paintballing.
Yep.
Let's go paintballing. And everybody else is getting killed around them. I'll tell you what else is good. The soundtrack is this good because the music they play out with is "We'll Meet Again."
Yeah.
Don't know where, don't know when. But yeah, so that's our little review of Severance, the movie, not the TV show. Don't want to confuse people,
Yeah.
which I did with Susan, mentioned it before.
Yeah,
but,
because I'd seen all of the series of seasons of Severance up till now. The TV
Mhm.
show, it's kind of a good show. But this is really good too.
Well, but nothing to do with each other. So that is our last spooky month review of this year. But of course, we do sometimes do horror movies during the year, but
Yeah.
we usually put a big bat together just for this time of year as well. So, you guys, if you've seen Severance, the movie, let us know what you thought of it. What you thought of the story, the humour, everything about it. Leave a comment below. We're on all the forms of social media. Just you'll find us there. Geeks Assembled. Leave a comment below. Message us if you want to be on our little show with us. Because we need some company sometimes. Come and join us. All you need to be is 18 plus. As I say, we review movies like this with a lot of blood and gore, violent. Sometimes you need to be 18 plus. All you need is a working camera and microphone on any device you use. So please come and join us and press the bell notification button on the YouTube channel if you do subscribe to us. You'll get notified every time. And that, I think, is it, isn't it, Susan?
Yep, that's it.
Right. So I don't think we've got anything. Have we got any bags of mushrooms anywhere?
No, and I don't think I'm gonna go on any planned outings with my coworkers anytime soon, thanks to this movie.
We'll carrots do because I know I've got some carrots in the fridge.
Yeah.
Instead of a foot, I've got carrots. I know that.
Oh, okay.
I'll chomp on a carrot. So,
Scary.
So until next time, guys. Please be safe. Enjoy your wet colleagues while you can. Bye for now.